Today is section 6 of the entrepreneur and business class for children, and it's Friday today, so it'll be the last lesson for this week, and we have had already 6 lessons, so it's brilliant. So this is another lesson, and yesterday we said that this lesson is going to be about thinking about sports people, so men and women that are athletes, and why do you think that athletes will be very good or as entrepreneurs, and why do they have similarities? But before that, I know that you wanted to have a quick just summary of what we have done so far. So first lesson, do you remember lesson 1? Go on then.
Finding a problem, solving it, and then making a business.
Perfect. So problem, finding a solution to make a business. The second one. Can you spell that?
Banks, loan, saving, and interest.
Exactly. So on the second one we said we're going to do business. What do we need to do to get money? And we said, well, we go to the bank, and when we go to the bank, hopefully they are going to give us some money, which is great if they do give us money. If they don't give us any money, we have a problem. Sophia.
Business is going wrong.
The business is going wrong, and sometimes, business go wrong. Not all the business go all the time, right? So sometimes there are problems with the business, and we thought, okay, why can businesses go wrong, and why do businesses go wrong? And the next class, what we did is better.
Rents versus like mortgages.
Exactly. So we look at, sometimes you want to go and see where you can have a big shop or a big warehouse, and you're trying to find out, can I buy it or can I rent it? And we said, well, there are good things about buying. There are also things about renting, and we learn about interest rates, and we said, there was a big bank that is called the Bank of England in the UK, and they put the base rates, and then banks need to make money because they need to give money back to the people that save. And the last one that we did,
Employees.
and then we look at employees, but not only employees, but team. How do you build a team, and how do you find the best person for the work? And that's difficult. We saw as well that people have to send a CV, and you have to work out what skills you need from every person, right? And we said, well, there are attitudes, and there are things like being kind, and things that are good for a salesperson, but there are things that are good also for people that just want to bake. Because if you have a cupcake company, the people that do the baking are different to the people that are going to do the sales, and are different to the person that is going to do the selling, and it's difficult to the person that is going to do the advertising. So there are loads of different things that you need.
You want someone who loves their job.
And we said the most important thing, that if you have people that love what they do, they're going to stay with you, so you can have a team of people that really want to work. And that's really important, because a lot of people don't like what they do, and every day they just go, oh, do I really have to go back to work? And you don't want that. You want people that go, yes, it's another day at work, and I go because I really want to do well, and I want this company to do well. And today we said there's really good people, and we're going to do a lot more of these, where we said, okay, if we see other professions and other people that do different things, what of the things that they do are things that we as entrepreneurs can have that are going to make us a lot better every day, okay? And that is really important. So imagine that you are a really good athlete, right? Or imagine a really good athlete. So Isabella, what athlete do you think that is really good, that you really admire?
Gabriella Douglas.
What does Gabriella Douglas do?
She's a gymnast.
So Gabriella Douglas, okay, who is a gymnast, okay? So she's a gymnast, okay. And Sophia, what athlete do you really like? Somebody that does sports.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, okay. So Usain Bolt, so really like Usain Bolt. And what does he do?
He runs.
He runs, okay. So they're really good athletes, right? Because they have won Olympic medals, and they're really good at what they do. Why do you think, and we're going to two lists, okay? Why do you think that if they were entrepreneurs, they would be really good, okay? What are the characteristics they have that will make them really good entrepreneurs? Isabella?
So athletes, they tend to be famous. People know who they are there.
Okay.
And so they've got loads of people who admire them. And so say they sold merchandise, so like Gabriella Douglas, she sold her own leotard.
Yes.
Loads of girls that are gymnasts, they're going to want her leotard, say. and so they can like put it out as merchandise and people buy it from them and they can make money.
So do you think that they can be influencers, so they influence people? Yeah?
They sell
Because
merchandise.
fame is not important. The important thing is that the people look at them and think they're really good people. We should follow what they do. So they are influencers. They are models. Okay. More important than being famous is that they are models. Okay, and they are influencers. Okay. How will being famous or a model influencer will be good if you were an entrepreneur? Go on, Isabella.
People know about your business pretty much straight away.
Okay, so people know about your business. Okay, so knowledge. Okay. Knowledge. The visibility. Okay. So that's one of them. So what other characters do you think that they have that entrepreneurs will be really, really good to have that? Okay.
They might have lots of money already.
But money is good, but is that important? So they make a lot of money, okay, so they have money. And money is important because we have said before, like, to have a business, you need to make profits because you need to make sure that the book balance, that you can survive and you can pay employees and everything. But money is not everything, okay? What else do you think that athletes have that will be really, really important if you were an entrepreneur?
Well, this might be a bit, they're sponsored by people.
Yeah, but don't you think, I want to think about other things. Don't you think, for example, being disciplined? Do you think that to win an Olympic medal, you need to have discipline?
Yes.
Because what happens, imagine if Usain Bolt, Sophia, just runs one day, and the next day says, oh, I don't want to run anymore. Do you think they will go to the Olympics?
No.
They won't, will they? They will not go anywhere. They will just stop. So being disciplined is something that also, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to have. And we discussed that yesterday, didn't we? So it's the only way to keep going, right? What other things do you think that they have that entrepreneurs need to have?
They have the courage to do stuff.
They have the courage, so they are not, that's a brilliant idea, so they have courage. So they are not afraid to saying, I'm going to try, for example, Gabriela will say, I'm going to do a triple flip, and even if I do it 20 or 40 or 100 times wrong, she will do it again. She'll say, okay, it doesn't matter, I fell over, it hurts. She will do it again. So they have the courage, and that's great because entrepreneurs also the same, right? They are resilient, okay, and they have the courage. So a lot of the time entrepreneurs do badly, and sometimes business don't do well and they try new things and they go wrong, or what they are doing goes really badly, like we saw the other day. But they continue, they will continue and they will continue, and nothing stops them because they want to make sure that they succeed. So they have the courage and they want to succeed, okay? Isabella?
They're unique.
They're unique. Why is that important, they're unique?
Because it's good in businesses because people won't have those products.
Okay, so they're unique. So as businesses or as entrepreneurs, they have things that nobody else have. For example, Usain Bolt is the quickest man, and also he does all the things when he wins, he just puts his hands up, and everybody knows him because he's unique at what he does, and nobody else can copy him, right? So that's really important. Sophia?
Going back to the courage, like
Okay.
if you had a cupcake stall and
Yeah.
you were one of the workers, you would also have the courage to go up to the boss if you wanted something new and say, I'm going to try this, even if it goes wrong, at least we know that we've tried it, and then it might not work out, but then we could always try another recipe that will.
Exactly, so that's really important because you'll be able to say to people, as really, really good athletes do, I'm going to try to do better than I did last week, and I'm going to try to run differently, or I'm going to try to do a new tumble with a new music. And that's the courage that you have. What other things do you think are important, Sophia?
Confidence.
Confidence, absolutely, you have to be confident. Because, and it's not only confidence, but it's able to believe in yourself. Okay? DIY, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. If you cannot believe that you can do things, nobody else is going to believe that you can do it. So that is something that athletes have. They think, in the next Olympics, I'm going to win. And you know what? A lot of athletes at the moment, because of the coronavirus, are not going to go to the Olympics. And they have been training for 4 years just to get to the Olympics. And somebody told them, you know guys, all the training that you have done, you're not going to be able to go to what you have been working for. And only the best ones are going to be able to go to the Olympics next year and win, because they will be confident that what they have been doing is going to make them win.
So there was this really good like water kind of athlete or different stuff where they surfed and done everything related to water, and this was ages ago, but then he had a accident in the water and then he lost a leg because of it, and then he still went to the Olympics and he actually won the Olympics.
Exactly, so that's resilience, isn't it?
And then, like, about 3 years later, he died, and then people remember him of having the courage to do the Olympics with only one leg.
And you know what that's called? You know what? When you leave something so everybody remembers you, that is more important, it's called legacy. Okay? And for entrepreneurs, that's a really important thing, because your business, what you do that you love, is what you're going to leave for generations, and you leave a legacy. So people will remember people because of the great things that they have done. So if you have a business that everybody remember how good the business was and how great it was, that's what people will remember. They will say, you remember, like they remember that man that won, they will say they left a legacy. And that legacy will last forever, not because they were famous, because they left a legacy that people will remember they were able to do something, and they will be in the history book. So people will say, they won a gold medal, that's what they did. And business is the same. People will remember they built that business from nowhere, and everybody loved that business, right? What do you think? What else do you think that they have, athletes that entrepreneurs also have? Really good entrepreneurs. It is something really important. You know what impact they have? Is the social impact, okay? And if you are a really good athlete, what you want to do is you want to inspire the new generations, you want to inspire the little kids, you want to inspire everybody to do exercise. And what really good entrepreneurs do is they go to the people, they go to where they live, they go to the community, and they help them. They tell them, look, you can also do it. I was able to do it, you can also do it. You can also be a winner, you can also compete in the Olympics. And it's the same as entrepreneurs. Really good entrepreneurs will go to people and say, you can do your own business. You can help, you can do new things. But more than that, if there is a crisis, like really good entrepreneurs will help the community. So rather than to worry about making lots of money, they will start giving the community things, they will start helping the community. They take employees that maybe are not able to work. They may take employees that that have disabilities. They help in a lot of things. So that social impact is something that they really can help with. Same as athletes. Can you think of anything else? Winners? Don't you think that the good athletes are winners? But not only winners, but they are also good losers. Yeah? Because Usain Bolt and Gabriel, at some stage, they may not have won something. And when they have not won, maybe they didn't cry and they put a party, but what they may have done is they may have gone to people and said, you know what, guys, you were a good winner, we lost. But they're also really good winners, because when they win, they don't go around saying, no, I won, and you are losers. They win because they are the best. So it's really important for entrepreneurs as well, when they do really well and their business is doing well, is not to just show off and try to make everybody look bad. It's to say, look, we won, right? Because it's really good to win, but at the same time, if they lose, it's to be really good losers at the same time. Anything else that you can think of? Isabella?
It's to do with the one you just said, but if you're a good loser, it will give you things that you can do in the future, so it can help you.
It can help
so
you.
They can help with their things by knowing what's happened in the past and what's happening now.
Exactly, so it's really important. That is really important. So what Isabella is saying is learners, okay? Good learners. And good learners is really important, because what people do is you need to learn from the past. And it's nothing better than to look at people that have done the same that you have done and learn from the mistakes and the good things of people. Because you can learn from mistakes. That's what you make mistakes. It's great to make mistakes because you learn. And all the athletes will learn from the mistakes of other people. And entrepreneurs are the same. They can learn from what has happened in the past and learn from other people.
Probably good listeners, because
Of course, brilliant.
they would
Sophia.
have had to listen to how they would need to get better. Like Usain Bolt, he would have to have a trainer of how he could run faster, and then he would have had to listen.
That is really good because a lot of athletes, they all have teachers and they all have trainers and they all have people, and they have to listen to them because they, like entrepreneurs, they don't know what they are doing. When they are born, everybody has the same opportunities, right? They have the same things they can do, and they should have the same opportunities. And if they listen to people and they are told how they can improve, they will improve. And entrepreneurs are the same. Entrepreneurs need to listen to people, to everybody. Like we said yesterday, the important thing was that your team are honest and tell you things, and you listen to them. Entrepreneurs are the same. Entrepreneurs need to listen, so when they are really good and they're doing really well, they should also listen to people and not think that because they are winning, they're going to do well, because you need to listen to everybody. Okay, so have you seen why it's important to look at other people that have similar things? So why do athletes have similar things that entrepreneurs, and how can you learn from both of them? Next week, on Monday, what we are going to do is we're going to do a very interesting thing, and I really want you to think about it. I want you to think about, why do we as people, as individuals, are very similar to batteries, right? And I want you to think about, why do you think that you are similar to batteries, and you have to make sure that you do not waste battery time, okay? So that's what we're going to do next week on Monday. We're going to think about, how do we make sure that we utilize everything that we have and don't waste time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.